Daddy, chill. Someone just burned through tens of thousands of dollars worth of Claude usage on a $200 monthly plan. And now Anthropic is locking it down and changing the rules for everyone. So if you're using Claude Pro or Max, you definitely need to hear this because this is really crazy. Yo, what's poppin', everyone? Welcome to the live stream. This is just insane news from Anthropic. And I'm just kind of wondering how many people's marriages will Anthropic actually save, because what they're going to go ahead and do is set a weekly limit. And so you only have so many usages for the week. And once they do that, you're pretty much locked out for the rest of the week. And if you have been like me, you've just been stuck on your phone, stuck on the laptop, working really late at work, and maybe your significant other thinks that you're actually cheating on them. Well, maybe you are using the AI and you're cheating with them, not on a real human being, but just actually trying to make your project ship. And that's the kind of boat that I've been on, and just kind of wondering what's up with everyone else. Have you been kind of seeing any limits recently? Anthropic is actually claiming that they're implementing the weekly rate limits starting August 28th, and it should only affect 5% of the users. So I'm wondering if you've been hitting these limits, and just drop some comments below, because this stream is about to kind of cover some of these topics, because there's a lot kind of going on in this space. And I know some of my friends like McKay Wrigley has also been hitting some issues as well, because he actually started this whole thing on Twitter the other day. And I think I'll see if I can find his post in here. But basically he started a whole machine he may have even deleted the tweet. Oh, I should have got a screenshot while I was up here. But basically what he was saying is that he would use Claude Opus and Claude Sonnet with a $200 a month plan and just let it go in a loop pretty much indefinitely, which was totally crazy. So yeah, that's what's up. But Anthropic's basically saying that, this percentage of users are affected, and that's kind of what we're affected at. So just if you're reading back in as far as like what are the details here and what's actually really happening from Anthropic, and this is actually an official announcement. This is not a rumor. It's August 28th is when this is going to be implemented. Less than 5% of the people will actually be impacted. So the $200 a month will go to like no longer be $10,000 like burn for them, if you know what I mean. You got 24/7 Claude Code usage patterns, and then the account sharing reselling crackdown. So basically they were saying that somebody was also reselling the service through their platform. So they were just acting as turning it into a Claude Code proxy. And so they've probably been able to see these usage patterns. And so obviously like everyday people like you and me aren't really going to be that affected. But one of the commands you want to check out to run is this thing called bunx cc usage. And so I use this to see kind of like what's my current usage for the month and kind of what do I have going on. So let me see if I can kind of show you this. So if you just run the bun command, let me just kind of show you real quick. Bunx cc usage. You can actually get a sense of how much usage you're using. You can break it down by daily and so forth. So for me, as far as how many tokens I've been using, I've not really been burning through crazy amounts of tokens. I know other people who have been going through like thousands of dollars, but per day, at my highest, maybe I had like $60 when I first signed up for the $200 a month plan. And I just went really ham. But other than that, that was pretty much it. I didn't really go too crazy after that. And so since then, I've just been kind of calmed down, and kind of even a couple days ago, I did like a 4-hour live stream, 4.5 hours, or just using Claude Opus and straight up on, and the most I used there as far as token wise was just, $46 or $36 for the entire session for that 5-hour section. I imagine if I kept going, it'd be kind of crazy, but I know other people have been kind of spending more time doing this, and I just wanted to get your input here. So let's kind of catch up a little bit with the chat and see who has been affected, who has not, and see what y'all been cooking with. Bro, you've been going at 78K a month? You got to post the screenshots, bro. You got to just... Bro, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing in this chat right now? I can't right now. You guys using Sonnet or Opus? It's using Opus for me by default because I have the max of the max plan. So when it reaches that 50% threshold, it should kick down. But as you saw my CC usage, it's never kicked down because I don't even get that far. Oh my goodness. Most 20x users can expect 240 to 480 hours of Sonnet and 24 to 40 hours of Opus 4 within their weekly rate limits. I guess so. I mean, I use it, but I'm also busy doing other things, and I'm really curious to see what your guys' workflows are too. Yeah, so Yo, big shout outs to the Dizzle. I'm new here. Hey, how's it going, man? You just got a new email for Claude limits. Yeah. No way. So are they actually sending people emails right now saying that you're close to the limit, or are they saying that this is an announcement for the limits? I'm just really curious if you can just kind of clarify that. That'd be really cool. Something has to change anyway. Also, the question needs to be asked about Claude regarding coding. What model are we really using in Claude Code? I'm not sure having a model that also does chat is the best. I think I would love to get some clarity on what you really mean for this, because I've been using Claude Code for this model and it seems to be extremely optimized with tool calling. It seems to be optimized at like doing thinking afterwards. And it's really good with Claude Code when it does like bash commands. So for whatever reason, Sonnet seems to be amazing at shell. So if you ask it anything about the shell, it knows how to navigate and chain together commands autonomously. It's like kind of scary how good it is, if you know what I mean. So I'm just really curious as far as like, what y'all talking about here. So the $200 to $350 per day is my usage. Getting alerts when I reach 5-hour sessions, only Opus, never restricted. So once you reach those limits, it just kicks back down to Sonnet for the rest of the session until probably some other arbitrary limit, right, Alex? I'm just kind of curious. So yeah, huge shout out to Romania. Also, thank you for becoming a member. All these people with the little gold badge down there are members. And so we've hit my member goal, which is amazing. We hit 100 members and we blew past it. We're almost at 130 members. And so I was going to double the price on my Discord. So the folks who have been able to get in, you're kind of able to sneak in right now. There's a post I have to get access to the Discord. So as a thank you for people who've been my early supporters, we've been streaming since July 1st, every single day, coming up on the streams. We've been talking about Claude Code. We've been talking about Claude Sonnet. We've been coding with AI using Cursor, making apps and so forth. So this has become a really great community for all of us to hang out. So there's a bunch of cool new people in the Discord. We've all been kind of starting some discussions. Talked a little bit today about our plans and stuff. So a lot of great folks. If you haven't joined in, definitely join in before I double the prices, like when I basically just get the site up and running very, very soon. So I turned my 50% off and I only hit the limit once and I had errors. Yeah, that's crazy. Bro, okay, somebody was commenting about 78K. Somebody spent 78K, bro. You got to post the screenshots on X or somewhere because I want to find it and I want to see. And then Anthropic may find you, so be careful. I was just thinking that we can run it locally like Quen and Quantized. That's, I think, what's going to happen here. I think a lot of people are going to come up with some clever ways. So I have a secret for you that I think can kind of work a little bit around this. And that is basically some MCP tool calling underneath the belt. So one of the things that we talked about earlier is how good Quen, I think it was just Kimi K2 as far as a model. It's currently hosted on Grok, right? So we think about this for a second. RepoPrompt currently has an MCP support for this. And when I was talking with Eric Province, he was basically saying that Opus or Claude Code is a really good orchestrator. So as it has these different problems and it knows about RepoPrompt, it talks to RepoPrompt and says, hey, can you search through the code base? I have this task. Can you just handle this task? RepoPrompt will grab it and then it starts to go and do some tool calling and so forth. So in RepoPrompt itself, you can configure that so that it basically is able to connect to, Grok as far as the endpoint, or you can select any endpoint you really want. That can go do the work for you. So if you are hitting these limits and you're doing some workloads that have a bunch of different things that are going on, that could be an interesting option to kind of help balance some of this out. You can then just kind of keep Opus as its main orchestrator, and you can save it that way. And a lot of the tool calling and code writing will be done here at the API level. So that could save you some money if you're going to be paying API costs anyways to Claude Sonnet. If you're chunking your stuff down to these specific instructions, that actually saves you tokens too, because when it spins off these subagents or does MCP tool calling, it will have very specific work for it to do before it feeds it back. Something to think about. I think we can just kind of talk about this right now, telling me if you've been finding any unique solutions. Somebody was talking about some other type of MCP spinoffs that they're doing. I could probably see some of that coming in right now in the future, given this news, right? The only reason why I'm a little surprised that people even hit these limits is because I was just talking to someone on my Discord earlier, and they said that they have like 3 different projects pulled up and they're doing work kind of simultaneously. So while one is actually doing a coding task or doing something, they'll spin up another project and do some other type of work there. And then they'll spin up another one and do some work there. So big shout outs to Mike, who just became a member. Definitely appreciate that, man. You get that VIP treatment. Get in there real quick before, and you'll be able to slide into the Discord as well. But yesterday, you got 68 million tokens, bro. You are a beast right now. Beast. I sent you one on Discord screenshot. Let me see. Let me pull up the Discord screenshot. Let me see if I can see it right now. Because I'm a... Oh my God, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what? I think this is too hot for TV. I don't know if I could even show this right now. Do you want me to really show this? You want me to expose you? I think he does because he sent it to me. So I'm going to pull this up right now and I'm going to show you because this guy's like not capping right now on this thing. So let's take a look. So this is from his screenshot and he's basically showing us what his usage is. And it's literally 7,300. And then look at these 153 million tokens. Opus 4. Opus 4, Opus 4, Opus 4, Opus 4, Opus 4, Opus 4. Bro, whoa. So you are the 5%. You may even be the 1%. Yo, can I get 5 on it? Dude, damn. Kid Max is like, stop. I'm dead, bro. I'm so dead. My total tokens is 1.4 billion, bro. Okay. I don't know if you're capping or not, but this is some really insane ridiculousness. What's up, Ray? Hello, chat. Okay, Alex, this is too hot for TV right now. If you're watching, this is like the whole soap opera right now. This is confessions of an AI anonymous. So you're really safe here. If you're showing up, you have joined the stream at a moment where we're considering ourselves that we have a problem. So the first step, ladies and gentlemen, is admitting that you have a problem. So if you do have a problem, make sure you admit it in the chat so that we can let our fellow members know that we are AI anonymous developers and we use AI a little too much to be concerned where maybe our significant others are concerned about us as well. I may admit that I have a problem and that's okay. We can move forward from today on forward. Claude is taking steps to take us off this drug. To take us off our computers so that we can go and touch grass and maybe connect with nature. Maybe we can connect with another human being like this. So if you're interested, make sure you check out AIAnon.dev. Coming soon. I actually just bought that domain, AI Anonymous, because I really feel low key this is turning into an AI Anonymous session. So if you are all about this right now, if you're about these tokens, that's what's up. Never restricted yet. Yo, you guys are chilling right now. My tokens is me being lazy. Low key. LOL. This is an intervention. Yeah, I'm putting one up for the chat for sure. 78 million tokens in the last 30 days over here. Bro, you guys are rich. You guys are rich. Rich. Making me look like a peasant over here. Sheesh. Who needs to touch grass? We get to make an app for that. This is a safe space. You could admit that. That's okay. This is a safe space over here. Anthropic encouraging people to touch grass, touch Google CLI. Hey, no. Don't be going that far right now. Hi, my name is Git and I broke. Bro, I find it. I don't know if I could share the link here. Somebody just sent me a screenshot. That's what they did on Discord. And so I was like, yo, Alex, you cooking so hard, bro, right now. I swear. Yo, big shout out to Enrique, who just became a member the other day. Good evening so much, man. Welcome to our AI Anonymous chat. If you're just kind of wondering, this is us coming together because we're talking about the latest news from Anthropic. So if you don't know, if you're just rolling into this live stream right now, we're basically kind of turning this into a session about what's happening with the latest news. And if you're trying to catch up here, I'm just going to give a quick rundown for those who are just tuning in right now. So kind of what's the details and what's happening. Let's just see. Anthropic is implementing basically a rate limit for your plans, but only less than 5% of the people will actually be affected. So those are probably the people that we're seeing right now in the chat with like the $78,000 bill so far. They're actually claiming that the $200 a month plan, somebody was actually using tens of thousands. So some of the screenshots, like apparently someone here in the chat is using 78K. You're part of probably not the 5%. You're probably a part of the 1%, bro. I'm not trying to call you out on it. I'm just saying it's okay. This is a safe space for us to be here. We are the AI anonymous devs, and we are here to share story and kind of hang out while we wait for our weight limits to be unlocked for the rest of the week. We're going to be talking. This is basically, they've basically said that some other people have been doing some account sharing. Some people have been running 24/7 like Claude Code instances. So there's a lot of different things, but August 28th is that hard implementation date. So today is July 28th. So we have, I think there's 31 days in July and there's 31 days in August. So a little like less than a month-ish, or so, about a month-ish time frame that'll be going down. So I guess, there are a couple different people who could be really affected here. Obviously, if you're running Claude Code continuously 24/7, I'm pretty sure if you're doing a lot of large code-based refactoring as well, or automated workflows, you may want to be kind of taking a look at that. Curious to know what your automated workflows you're running, if you are even close to those thresholds, or if you ever hit a limit in one of these days. Let me know what plan you're on and kind of what workflow you're working with as far as if you're part of that 5%, So I'm curious to hear, just drop it in the chat and we'll be kind of going over that. And so there are a couple of different options, right? So you can have the $200 base plan. If you're just an insane user like this, you can still hook up your API on top of that. So you can just have it roll over and say, just go ahead and hit the API after this limit. So that way I don't want to touch grass. I just want to go all in, bro. I'm all in. I'm just that type of person. I'll just go all in. Okay. And so I'm just curious if you to kind of see what that looks like. I'm like kind of blown away still. Let's see this. There's any other price considerations. I'm also curious about Cursor. So Cursor has gotten a lot of news lately, because they have their own $200 a month plan too, and they've had similar limits and they've gotten a lot of flack for it. But are they now back in the mix? I'm really curious. I mean, are you going to go from like 200 there, then to 200 over here? This is the AI Anonymous. You can say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to discriminate about you. I might laugh at me laughing at myself, because I am one of these types of people who I have a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an AI problem, and I use AI maybe a little too much. So much so that maybe my significant other is extremely concerned. I live stream every single day. I have been doing this since July 1st because I love AI so much. I get energized when I talked about AI. When I pull up chat in the morning, I just wake up and think about AI. When I am sitting here talking to you, I'm thinking about what's happening in my next Claude Code session. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I admit I have a problem. And the first step about doing something about this is checking out AIAnon.dev, coming soon. Join us as we unlock our AI addictions and come closer to the reality of the world and touch real grass. Maybe the ocean, maybe the sand, maybe the nice California breeze. Okay. I feel better now. I feel better. Woosah. All right. Cool. All right. Oh, man. Okay. Everyone's raising their hand. Most mismanaged AI hit limits all the time so much. Think that they're ripping me off, to be honest. Okay. I just have multiple $200 a plant. Okay. How do I explain this to like your significant other when you said, okay, I'm not doing the $200 a month plan right now, but I'm going to sign up for that $15 a month windsurf plan. Right? So then your wife is like, you mean I can't get that $2,000 Birkin bag, but you're going to just sign up for this $200 a month plan, AI plan? Get out of here, bro. Like, where's your app? You've been trying to ship your app for the last like 6 months, and you've been spending $200 a month. It's like, I could have just got 3 Birkin bags. Right? It's like, the math is not mathing right now. And so you're like, okay, I'm not going to spend $200 a month. I'm just going to spend $15 on the windsurf plan. But then windsurf, like the second day, hits you up saying, yo, you got those tokens, man? You can't get any more tokens up in here. You got to refill $15. You're like, all right, I got this. And then 48 hours later, the same thing. And then your like significant other, she's like, bro, What is this on the credit card, bro? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're spending $15 every couple days on this? Like, how is this not $200 a month already? This is the AI Anonymous. If you're feeling me on the chat, just type in Anonymous or Anon in the chat. I feel like this is the story of my life, bro. It's game over. I don't know. Is it game over? Tell me. Yo, okay. Somebody's got the super chat here. Let me catch up right here. So he says, you got 5 on it for sure. Let's see. From George Mays, 4 billion? That's a B. Right? 971,718,775 tokens this month. That's $9,000. Only hit the limit on session 3 to 4 times. Use daily. No usage in the night or automated. Bro. Are you okay, bro? Are you okay? I think we can save you. Chat, can you just drop the huggy emoji for this, my bro, right now who dropped the super chat? My guy is rich, and he needs a big hug. Let's embrace the. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. No. Okay, we can't make fun of people with their problems. It's not like it's a real problem. It's like they're actually in the zone. You know, that's the whole thing. That's like the meme, let me cook, right? So like the whole reason why we cook is because you got this thing. It's got to get out of your head. And you're just like kind of like, let him cook, right? Like this person is actually misunderstood. You know, George Mays is actually misunderstood. He's misunderstood by the community. He's misunderstood by Anthropic. He's misunderstood probably by some significant others. And my boy is cooking. When they say locked in, my boy is locked in right now, right? 4 billion tokens, almost 5 billion. That's 4,971,718,775 tokens. Locked in. He's locked in right now. Oh my God, bro. Misunderstood by the community. Like, did you see what he says right there? No usage in the night, no automated. My guy's not proxying these tokens across to other people. He's spending 10 bands. Bro, you have like 30 days. If you haven't shipped the app right now and you're not making at least 10 bands from your app, you got to go right now, bro. Drop the name of your app in the chat so we got to check this out and send this boy some money. Oh my God, because you're about to be cooked. Oh, I think you're misunderstood. The community has not really understood you. This is why I started this AI channel. This is why I've been streaming every single day, because I love AI just as much as you do. And I love Claude Code just as much as you do. And we're here now. Let me just send a moment of silence for this brother right now. Wow. Wow. Okay. But Ray, that's the main point, right? Just got the 200 plan only once. That one time earns me the next 3 months. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yo, Codex, I mean, the community's coming through right now for y'all. I mean, I love this community right here. So cooked. You are the 5-star AI Michelin chef right now. Sheesh. Let's go. Hell no. That's why we all suffer. Okay. My guy, just chill right now. Just chill. He is misunderstood. He is cooking. I don't know the level of locked in. I cannot be that locked in where I literally go over 1 billion tokens. But my guy went like not 1 billion, not 2 billion, 3 billion. That's like the Tres Commas Club, but for tokens. We got the 3 comma club in the token sphere, bro. I haven't even reached that level yet. Hey, 800K. No way he has that 4 billion, so no more users get limited. No, bro. No. Where can we see the monthly usage for Claude when on max? I'm on the max 5 and Opus. So check this out. What you got to do is open the terminal real quick. I'll show you the command so you can hit this right now. So what you do is I have bun installed. So I do bun x cc usage. And so CC usage, if you have MPX, you could do MPX CC usage, and that'll basically pop up your usage and it'll break it down by a daily, but you can also do like monthly. So you can say monthly CC usage monthly, and then it'll show you like a whole usage for every month. So in my month here, you can see for the month of June, because I kind of started the plan there, $155. And then for the month of July, it's just $376. So just do that and you'll see what you're cooking with. Let me know what you got. If you're rich, I haven't even crossed the like 10 million token mark. Woof. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Oof. Yeah. Let me catch up with the chat. I'm a little bit behind right now because there were some other folks who had some really fire takes as well. This is the token anonymous circle, by the way. Yeah, whatever you say here will stay here in the chat. And if you guys be posting screenshots in the X and making fun of people, y'all about to get canceled. I sent you a screenshot. Yeah, I got the screenshot. This is nuts. Oh man, that's what's up. All right, let's see. Catching up as well. This stream has been absolute fire. I swear, everyone's just coming through for real. You're spying on me. Nah, who's that? Oh, AI Anonymous. Yes, yeah. We are AI Anonymous. We are here, like, you know, the Alcoholics Anonymous, I guess people say, but we're just the AI Anonymous version. AIAnon.dev. Let's make a landing page for that right now. I'm gonna do that in V0. We gotta cook with V0. So let's see, because I got a V0 sub. So with AI Anonymous, I know I'm using AI and I should be using. Okay, this is so meta right now. I'm using AI, but I'm not using the Claude AI, right? Does it count? Are we still anonymous if I don't use Claude Code, but I use the V0? Can I still be anonymous? If I choose a different username, if I do like Ray Fernando, but without the 1337, because I'm not so elite, maybe I can just be still anonymous, right? Low key, you wouldn't recognize me if you just saw Ray Fernando, right? I mean, you wouldn't say 1337. Nah, that's a different guy. That's a different dude, right? I think I got a problem. Right? So, okay. So I need to make a landing page for my AI Anonymous group. It's similar to the Alcoholics Anonymous group, but this is for AI developers. And this is going to be a community where people sign up to join the membership. Right now, it's just going to be a wait list because I'm just trying to talk about a problem that I have. And I think others have this problem too, but we are maybe a little too scared to admit it. So let's just go. Let's just see what V0 cooks for us. You know what I mean? I know I'm using AI right now to make the AI, but I think we have to do this. Yeah, we have to do this right now. Bro, I'm using AI. I don't think I should be using AI right now. I know I should be coding this by hand, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. Y'all got me, right? Y'all? No? Yeah. It's the new diet, bro. It's too late for me. Nope, you don't care. It's true. You're crazy. And I have okay, bro. And you have a day job and you're spending like 3 comma club tokens. The Anthropic Anonymous, bro. Oh man, try using Opus 4. You will hit the limit a few usages. No, I got the $200 a month, man. I have not hit that. Oh, wow. So AI Anonymous, you are not alone. This a safe space for AI developers to share struggles, find support, and reclaim control over their relationship with artificial intelligence. Join the waitlist. Shall we? The problem we don't talk about as AI developers, we're building the future, but sometimes we lose ourselves in the process. The pressure, the ethical dilemmas, the constant learning, the fear of being replaced by our own creations. It's okay to admit when it becomes overwhelming. Burnout and overwhelm, constantly keeping up with AI advances, working long hours and feeling like you're not ever doing enough. Ethical conflicts, wrestling with the implications of work and feeling conflicted about technology you're creating. Isolation and imposter syndrome, feeling alone in your struggles and questioning whether you belong. Rapidly evolving field. How AI Anonymous works. Inspired by the proven 12-step program adapted for unique challenges of AI development, this is a safe space, anonymous, judgment-free environment where you can share openly, peer support, connect with other AI developers who understand your unique challenges. I feel heard right now. I feel so heard right now. Structured program, adapted 12-step approach, specifically designed for AI development challenges. Our promise, we admitted we are powerless over the overwhelming pace of AI development, that our lives have become unmanageable. Step 1, adapted for AI developers. You're not the only one. Bro. Bro, I can't right now. I can't. Chat. Okay, the chat. Y'all gotta stop me right now. This is too much. Bruh. I thought I was the only one feeling this way. The constant pressure to innovate, the ethical questions keeping me up at night. I need this community. Building AI systems while questioning their impact on humanity is exhausting. I'm ready to admit I need support. Ready to take the first step? Join our waitlist and become the first to know when we launch. Your journey to a healthier relationship with AI development starts here. Join the waitlist. AI Anonymous, a supportive community for AI developers seeking balance and connection. Resources, crisis support, meeting schedule, literature, sponsor program. All communications are confidential and anonymous. I promise. Oh my God, bro. Yo, this is a banger from V0. It like understood me. A little too much though, you know what I mean? Is it bad that I used AI to build this AI anonymous system, if you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I feel like, yeah. I think I need help. Yeah, he needs help. LOL. It's too late. He's gone too far. The hands. The zone is the problem. Overcooked, bro. I think we're talking about this. Okay, Chords Maze was not only was he 3 comma club, 3,945,477,740, but that was Opus. That was Opus. And then he 3 comma clubbed on the Sonnet on top of that. Damn. I did warn. I was saying people boasting about ripping off Anthropic would get noticed soon. I think it's obvious, but they don't know. They don't know until people use the stuff, which is probably why, I mean, they have funding. They got billions of dollars. Amazon. I mean, these guys got a bag. I mean, I'm not going to be the first here to be like, oh my God, poor billionaires. Oh, they're billionaires and they're crying right now. Oh, but they can't part way with like hundreds of millions of dollars, which would just regenerate out of thin air that they're taking. You know, like, I'm so sorry for these billionaire people who are backing these people. Like, I'm just, like we're dealing with life-changing technology here. And they need to understand this data for that, what people are doing. That's probably why they launch these plans. And then they can see what people are doing. Like, hey, this is way out of balance. And it's really only affecting 5% of the people. And those 5% of the people are just like way extreme. And I don't even know if my boy with the 3 billion, like that 3 comma club numbers are even going to get affected. But I'm curious to know. So make sure you stay tuned in the chat. That's what's up. He could be building the next Google for all we know, bro. That's what I'm saying. No one understands how locked in my boy is. This boy can be literally, it could be the next Google. It could be the next AGI. I don't know. I'm doing a clean $10,000 per month on a $200 month, bro. Sterling, AI Anonymous seems like a good idea. Yes. Now we know why Claude has some performance issue. Extreme power users. I hit the limit most times 1 hour before the limit. Oh, okay. Yeah. I use 4 to 6 agents at a time. Okay. I think that's what it is. Like a lot of people who have different agent stuff, and people are going to be going really crazy now with sub agents. So I wouldn't be surprised if more people hit it thinking that it's Claude problem, but it's actually not. But Ray, that's the main point, right? I just got my $200 once and it earns me the next 3 months. Yeah. Oh, I'm a little bit behind the chat. Let me catch up a little further down. Yo, just joined. What up, bro? We're started the AI Anonymous Dev Club, and we just used AI. Not Anthropic, though. Anthropic doesn't know about my happenings on my side chick. I mean, V0, my side chick, right? And then I didn't use the same username at Ray Fernando 1337. I just said at Ray Fernando. So I'm two different people from the government perspective. Yeah. I have $200 a month API plan. Okay, yeah. Updating to dos. Has anyone worked out what these limits actually work out into dollars? The 20x max users can expect 240. I think that's what we talked about earlier, but I'm not really sure what that means. Love from Chile. This chat is just so lively, bro. This chat right now, we're dying inside. I don't feel heard sometimes, and I feel like I need to turn on this chat, and like this is my way of kind of coping right now. The next month we have Grok CLI, and not forget the Codex, which is already almost unlimited with the $20. Imagine the new coming GPT-5 with all the leaks. Everything is just going to be ChatGPT. Competition. I'm really excited about what's going to be happening here. So, physician heal thief, LOL. Make it Claude type. You're not alone for sure. I should turn this shirt into like a Claude Code shirt. That'd be so fire. It all started innocently enough. A few queries here, a model switch there, just some light experimentation with GPT 4.0. Nothing serious, I told myself. I'm just running some prompt tests. That's how it started for me, bro. ChatGPT was my first hook, and I just cannot look back. I don't believe I'm part of the problem. Facts. I've been paying for Max 20 since May. My code base has been growing, and I don't automate usage. Mostly one session, cooking with Opus 4 mainly. See, I think this guy's locked in, and it's the same thing for me. I had one session, I was just going, and I wasn't kicking off crazy sub agents. And if I wasn't explaining live, I'd probably be getting close to what Chords Maze does. But I think Chords Maze is just consistent, right? Like after that 5-minute window, he just keeps going again. So he probably gets like 15 hours worth of usage every single day. And that compounds after a month, right? So that's how you hit that billion token club. We need to get shirts for that. If you're, yeah, I like that idea. I think that's really fire right there. So yeah, sponsor program, find a human mentor. Triggered. Oh, this is when people were talking about my AI Anonymous site. So we basically have generated an AI Anonymous. You are not alone in this. A safe space for AI developers to share struggles, find support, and reclaim control over their relationship with artificial intelligence. Yes. Yeah. Yo, Bradley, thank you so much for becoming a member. You are a real MVP, man. This means a lot. I'm so excited because I'm able to employ some people with like this type of money that comes in through the membership. Because I just hired an editor. His name is Dan, cooking up some fire stuff. I got some scripted stuff that's coming along to show you folks how I do some programming with AI. I also have some stuff going on with Claude Code and context things to clarify. So as a member, just, there's a Discord you can join in right now. Drop in some stuff that you want me to make some content about, stuff that you're not really clear about. We can go ahead and cover that as well, which is really cool. Crisis support. Legit get that domain. I already bought the domain, by the way, AIAnon.dev. I already own it. I bought it before the stream because we were just chatting in Discord. And I was like, you know what's a really fire domain? This feels like an AI anonymous chat right now. We're all kind of not complaining, but we're just sharing our griefs. Yeah. I feel like semi-abusive relationship with Anthropic. I can't give up. I have this relationship too with ChatGPT. I have this relationship with all AI. And I kind of wonder if it's me. You know what I mean? Like, I see this pattern repeating everywhere else. It makes you wonder, you're like, is it them or is it me? Maybe it's me. I keep saying it's them for every single problem I have. And that seems to be showing up a lot of times. Think about that. My worth is not measured by my prompt engineering skills. No judgments. Ray, being a therapist is your new calling. Oh man, I'm just here struggling along with everyone else, combobulating. Robotic voice. The first step in solving your problem is understanding you have a problem. Facts. Turn off your prems Claude Code rules. Okay. Just need an interface to show you where you are on your limits. Otherwise, this will suck. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that's what's up. Let's see. 05 imminent. They couldn't have done this at a worse time with customer retention. Is 05 imminent though? Is ChatGPT 5 imminent? I don't know. What are the new limits? New limits are not really disclosed exactly what the token level or usage is. If you're of the 5%, you will know apparently, and you'll have to be told to touch grass for the rest of the week. Yeah. if Anthropic is going to do this change, they need to add an official way to track. I agree. This is something that I wanted to add to figure out like where are you in this whole limit thing. So I'm really curious if anyone makes anything and kind of how we can track that. Any tips on reduced token contexts? I just got Serena MCP telling Claude to give it straight up the MD. I think that's what's going to be happening. We may see a lot of MCPs and stuff come along for people's agentic workflows, right? Because the agentic workflows are the primary use cases that eat up a lot of tokens. Because a normal everyday people, even if you're locked in like my boy, he's still not at the 5%. Like if you have 1 billion tokens, I'm pretty sure it's even higher than that as far as who will get locked out. 20x max user here. Yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. Someone was just saying it was better to use Sonnet most of the time because Opus was getting stuck. I'm just switching Opus. Sonnet was suck. Anyone confirm that? I've been mostly using Opus with the latest $200 plan. I do like Sonnet. Sonnet is really fast, but all of my usage this past month has been Opus, and I haven't really had any problems. I think just times of days may also be kind of an issue there too. So principles of AIAnon. First, recognizer is a higher shareholder value. There are already sub-agents that build their own sub-agents, so meta agents. So I'm at 2 billions. Bacon Overflow with the B is already at 2 billion tokens and 4,435. I don't understand how people can go beyond that 10K. To be honest, my brain can't process the end. My boy, these guys are just locked in all the time. Like all the time, bro. Like every single window, every single waking moment, you're just locked in, bro. And I'm sorry, maybe we're not locked in enough. You know, that's kind of like on me right now. My name is RW and I'm on alcohol. AI-kaholic. Oh, AI-kaholic. I love that. That's really great. They need to warn and get close to the limit because it would be bad if the max plan suddenly stops midweek. If we kind of like this setup, I don't use really hard code. So now I just sit and work through the limits weekly. I just have to stop everything. Yeah. See the mail. Okay. See the pics with the restrictions. I have mail with restrictions. I just got it today. Oh, so Alex just hit us up right now. He's a member on the Discord. Let me just go ahead and save this image and pop it up for some of the folks and put it in my downloads because he just got an email. I'm going to see if I can share the email, make sure I don't expose your email address and stuff. Okay, you're not exposing the email address. Thank you so much. And so let me just share this with the chat because I think people are talking about this right now. And so we are the AI-kaholics. Okay, cool. So this one says Claude Code. This is the email to Alex. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Claude Code, especially part of our subscription bundle, has seen unprecedented growth. At the same time, we've identified policy violations like account sharing and reselling and advanced usage patterns. So this is just their email to you about what's changing and what this means for you, right? So it's Opus 4 weekly limit that resets every 7 days. So, okay. As we learn about how developers use, most users won't notice any difference. So 240 to 480 hours is what they were saying of Sonnet 4 and 24 to 40 hours of Opus 4 within their weekly rate limits. Heavy Opus users with large code bases or those running multiple Claude codes in parallel will hit their limits sooner. If you do reach the weekly usage, you'll have an option to purchase more usage at the standard API rates to continue working. That sounds like a shakedown. Like a really polite shakedown. Like, hi. I'm here to collect the bag. You cannot continue until you collect the bag. I'm like, bro, my wallet's empty right now. You want me to give you money to continue working? Yes. Can I give you a credit card? Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all are crazy right now with the chat. So yeah, that was basically Alex with the restrictions on the email that he got today. And I was just kind of sharing that over across for y'all. I'm all locked in all the time too. My sleep has gone downhill. Like I'm saying, this low key might be actually like a boost for the significant others in the chat. You know, if you've been kind of seeing that. To get in the Discord, basically just get into the membership. So if you just become a member on my YouTube channel, then there's a post that's in there that actually has the instructions for you to get into the Discord. So right now it's pretty much a steal. It's $6.99 a month. And until the rates are going to double now because I already have 100 members. And so people are kind of sneaking in right now as fast as possible before I get my website up. that will have the new rates and the link to join in, because everything from then on forward will just be automated. Right now, I'm literally emailing people. People are emailing me, and it's all like done by hand because I didn't think I would hit 100 people this fast. And so I definitely appreciate the support, which has been super awesome because a lot of other stuff has been happening as a result. And yeah, definitely the best way to get in right now. Do you honestly think I would not be able to code for my startup as much as I've used even with a $20 a month? I think for me, I just talk about my personal experience. It's like, it's helped me unlock so many more ideas in code, my apps. Like it was just taking me a longer time. And I think the speed up here is just like, I can try more ideas. I can try more frameworks. I can try things and really get the feel of the API. And like, I'm not a React guy. I'm still new to that, you know, like I come from the client side world and I'm still like, I want to get into web development. I want to get into AI. So for me, the price has been worth it. It's been really fun. I also admit I may have a problem, right? Like I literally love AI so much. I can talk about it every day. I do talk about it every day. I've been coming on the live streams every single day. I don't think we have a problem. I think we're just misunderstood, low key. I think we have these workflows and these AI companies don't really know how to charge for these types of things. They have VC funding. They have billions in funding. I'm not crying for them. I'm not backed by any of them. You know, I'm speaking my mind right now. I feel like they have to do something out there, and they set up a new plan. They said, let's just randomly charge $200 a month, you know, ChatGPT. Boom. Everyone else has their $200 a month plan. Cursor starts showing up with that. Anthropic starts showing up with that, right? And then, you know, every other company starts saying, yeah, we can't pay for the GPUs. Like it costs a lot of money. Cry for me. Yeah, right. It does cost money, but like they got money to burn. So it's a chicken and egg. They need users to get the data. If they don't have users, then they can't get the data. So they have to like undercharge and figure out what people are going to do with this. Once they get that data, they say, okay, now we can gate the threshold. Here's what really makes sense. That's why they say 5%, right? So that's a pretty big window, by the way. I don't really know like what that really looks like, and we're going to find out soon. But this is kind of where I'm thinking about what's actually going to be happening here in the future. Selecting a model should pick the max model and auto route easier parts of the session to lesser models. Give me the best model when appropriate. I like this option. So I think there is a parameter you can set. Neston was saying in your settings.json, if you just select model, if you just in your JSON just put model : sonnet, it'll just select Sonnet instead of Opus. So this for your sub agents, you'll spawn those out. They calling me a bot? Low key, I think. That's what I'm saying. I think they misunderstand us. They really do. Apparently, I managed 500 million on the $20 Sonnet. Bro, okay. 12 hours. Yeah, Tony, man, you gotta hit the 3 comma clubs on the tokens, and like you're gonna unlock the next level. Full blown shakedown, right? Open source AI for the win. Yeah, email written by Claude. Hey, Ryan Carson, how's it going, man? You've just recently caught us as we were catching up on like the rate limits, and we actually have some people who have hit almost 4 billion in token usages for the month. And it is like absolutely outstanding. And I feel like some of us are a little bit misunderstood for how much we use AI. Like Anthropic doesn't really understand us. So that's a little bit of kind of what's happening. But yeah, super happy that you're in the chat. It's really cool to see you here as well. They need to define what an hour usage is. Is coding time, having the window open? I think it's literally when the agent is running and sending the tokens across to their API. Like that's the usage time, right? So whenever you send that across, it has to do inference on their machines. And so that's, you know, I think that's kind of how it adds up, if you know what I mean. So let's see. This VC grift now. Everyone should try to move to open source. Okay. I love this idea, but we need more tooling. We need a lot of stuff to happen so this can be easier to distribute and this could be easier to use. Like we need really good tools, right? We need the Claude Code of open source, right? People are trying to build it, but it's nowhere near it. Trust me. I've been trying to use this stuff. We need when the models come out, we need all the tunable parameters to be as good as it is for Claude Code, right? Like there's no way that Claude Sonnet and like Kimi K2 are yet tuned for that, right? What's the temperature you need? Okay, all these different people who are providing inference, all of them have different context windows. Like some of them don't give you the full context window. And then some of them don't even give you the full like output. They'll just say nerf your output to 12K tokens, 64K tokens, like you don't even know. And each of them vary. So there's just so many different ways that this like goes. It's just kind of all over the place. And so that's where that effort needs to really come in from the community to kind of unify that, to make a standard, to make it like be as good as these types of things. So yes, open source is one way, and it's not necessarily like right now, it's just kind of a spaghetti right now. So we need to kind of tune that into a product. And I really do hope either them or maybe a competitor like OpenAI comes across the board and says, yo, GPT-5, why don't you chill over here for $100 a month? We got you. I don't know. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm here, I'm not the 5%. How about a $500 unlimited plan? Okay. My guy, are you an Anthropic insider? Because I think low key, he's trying to drop this hint on everyone of where the puck is going. LOL too. You added that little LOL. I think this guy's a bot. Low key. If he becomes a member, I'll know he's not a bot. He's not an Anthropic insider, if you know what I mean. They're trying to seed this $500 a month plan to everyone. So just beware. Claude Desktop ran CC usage for me, and $1,200, 775 million. Okay. That's what's up. Yeah. Cool. That's curious what everyone's roughly cooking. I'm working on voice AI work and a project language. Yeah, like drop it in the chat as far as like which stuff you're working on. Just curious to hear what people were kind of cooking with this. I went into game dev at some point and just for fun. Okay, cool. So worried about hitting the limit, but CC usage says 140 million tokens on 200-month plan. Yeah, people are getting fire deals right now. Yo, Abraham, thank you so much for the super chat. 400 NGN, I think is that a Nigerian dollars or something like that. I forget what it is. Thank you, man. This is really great. I really appreciate the super chat. I think that really means a lot to support the channel. This is so cool. Maybe for scripting, one file, two max source files. In Europe, Anthropic runs Claude models quantized during the daytime to get better outputs during the night. All right, so unless you know specifically what's happening on the back end, like there's a whole dark art to distributing these AI models on data centers, and especially when they're like inferences all across the world on these different containers and stuff, because there's different things when you say quantize. There's like the model weights themselves that can be quantized. There's like the KV cache that also that can be like there's every single part of the step can be quantized, and the results can be the same or better actually if it's quantized. So just because it's quantized doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It could actually be more efficient and a better output. And so I think there's just different distribution plans, and it's not always very consistent in terms of like server loads and what can actually be affected. So a lot of this stuff isn't really public information. It's only housed in these research, closed source research companies like, Anthropic and OpenAI. And so these people have like these types of information. And as I talk to people and find out more information, I would definitely want to find out, because I think there's other words that they use to describe like performance and output and consistency and quality and output, right? So yeah, I'm really curious to see what that means, and in terms of what's happening here. So Adam, just need a RTC Pro 6000 Blackwell workstation and can train one. Yo, that'd be crazy. What about GPT-5 and Grok Code? They definitely have potential to overcome Claude Code. Yes, I'm so bullish on Grok 4 Code. It is like, so Grok 3 was amazing at like architecture plans and stuff. So if you're doing like database relational stuff, it's really, really good. And I got a lot of power out of it using RepoPrompt. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what the tuning is for Grok 4, because I was using Grok 4 heavy in chat, and it's not really tuned yet for the coding stuff yet. As I'm doing it, it's hit and miss. So when that coding model comes out for Grok 4, I really think it's going to hit it out of the park. It's going to be so ridiculous. So right now, I think there's sort of like this chicken and egg. People are kind of waiting. Is Grok 4 going to announce the code model? Is GPT-5 going to come out right after it? There's just like this weird thing. And then also, Google's still cooking. So like everyone's going to be coming in. I think there's going to be a lot of improvements, and I'm actually really excited about this. So, hey Ray, did you check Kiro? No, I did not get to check Kiro yet. Still cursor pilled. I might check it in the future, but right now I'm just so focused on Claude Code because I'm already paying the plan. I don't see like a major reason to switch right now. The 2 billion tokens a month, a lot. 2 billion tokens is insane, bro. Just an idea. JK Software. Right. You're just kidding, right? I made an option. I'm down for $500 a month, unlimited. Okay, so okay. Are you guys Anthropic plants right now? Are you guys just dropping this $500 a month, trying to get everyone all excited about this? Bro, $500 unlimited plan doesn't solve their problems. This is 5% of the people that are causing the problem. Like right now, basically, Anthropic is saying pay up API cost at our token cost, bro. That real talk. I bet if some people got banned from Claude Code, they would probably lose their and not showing up on the news. Low key. Yeah. I have a $200 max plan and I keep hitting the limit every day before. It wasn't like that. I'm curious. Let me know how many MCPs, how many agents, how many windows you got running. I want to know your config. I'm really curious. Literally, I don't understand why the move wasn't instead to cap the egregious usage and just add a 340. That's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I want, to be honest. Like I want these different tiers. Like if I cross a threshold, I want to be able to do this, right? Maybe I don't want to do it every month, right? Maybe there's a certain month where I'm really grinding and I need to pay more, and then I'll just step it back when I'm not doing that much. You know what I mean? 130 million tokens on a $100 a month plan for only 10 days. Yeah, that's what's up. Yo, Alan, thank you so much for becoming a member. Y'all, I really appreciate that, man. Yeah, there's going to be a post there to have some information that can get you on the Discord. Just follow those instructions. YouTube doesn't send me emails or anything like that as far as, they only send me your channel, like what YouTube channel you signed up with, and I think your name. So that's all I have to go off of. So, getting the Discord name so I can link it up in the Discord and kind of upgrade your tag right now. That's all going to be automated in the future, and the price is going to be doubled for those folks. So if you haven't joined as a member, your time to do it right now is to do it basically right now, before everyone finds out. Yeah. I've noticed that nighttime work degrades significantly. Interesting. So when I'm in Hawaii and I work pretty late, it's such a dream. It's so chill right now. Like this is my secret. It's a 3-hour difference from California, and it's like another 3-hour difference from New York. So most of the world is sleeping because literally the island's in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. So most of the other side of the world is either waking up or going to sleep. So you have this amazing window, like especially towards the evening, where you can just, I feel like I'm just purring on the servers. I'm like, oh, I'm getting all of the tokens. It feels so good. But it could just be me. It could just be me. I'm on my own supply, whatever. So yeah, we'll see what's up. I think it has to do with Europe, where at night is their daytime where most users are utilizing it, then daytime in the US and night. Okay, that's probably it as well. Yo, Carl Cox, thank you so much for becoming a member. That's awesome. Yeah, if you can find the post down below in my thing, you'll be able to see it and kind of go ahead and sign up there. So that'll be it there. GPT-5 coming out early August, according to Altman. So GPT-5 will come out way before XAI finally releases their model. I hope so. I really do, because that'll be really fire. Did you read the email around July 19th for Claude infrastructure update? Will it expand data processing across different areas outside of the US for customers for our data? No. You know what that means, though. Yeah. Better watch what you type. Did you dive into subagents yet? Seems pretty advanced and promising now. It uses system prompts that are given to it by main Claude. Yes, I have a video a couple of videos ago on my live stream. And so we set one up to do a design review. And so in that one, basically what we did here was I have a design system enforcer. And with this one here, basically what it does, let me just kind of minimize some of these things so we can kind of take a look here. I was fixing some bugs earlier. So I have a design system enforcer. Let me show you real quick. And what this one does is this subagent kicks off to do a design review. And I have these design principles, which is like the 60-30-10 rule and like typography system, visual structure, and the design review process. And what I just told it to do is to use the subagents for the design review. And from that design review, it's able to go through and make another pass, use its own context window to basically kind of take care of that as well. And so when I did /agent, we did that live. And by doing that live, we just basically were able to watch Anthropic write the system prompt for us. And so that way I'm able to learn how it should write that system prompt instead of me putting my own stuff in there. And it worked really well. In one pass, it basically fixed our UI. I had to fix some other UI issues, and I really like it a lot. And then the kicker part in that stream is that I wanted an agent to order a pizza for me. So it made a pizza ordering agent. And not only did it like try to order the pizza, it asked me about the gluten-free celiac stuff. And it's like, how important is celiac disease to you? It's like, dude, it's super important. It's like, okay. It pulled up, it went to Toast tab and was gonna place the order for us, bro. Be careful what you make, because this boy can spin up, like Claude Code can spin up an MCP. It can write code to talk to 11 labs and generate a voice and start talking to voice agents and making stuff on your behalf. So yeah, don't give it dangerously permissions or any of that stuff, because that can really start to go real crazy on your system real fast, by the way. So be careful, be careful. I'm not trying to incite fears. I'm just trying to say, like, this is kind of what I've seen so far. Yo, JK as well became a member. Okay, so JK is a real one. He's not an Anthropic plant, because your boys is actually supporting the channel. So big ups, my boy. I was making some jokes earlier that JK was a plant because he was talking about the $500 a month plans from Anthropic. He was like low key saying he was going to be glad to pay for it. And I was like, I would be glad to pay for it too. But I mean, are you Anthropic right now? Are you not? And it's like, so JK, I definitely appreciate you becoming a member. Big shout outs to you. How do I join the Discord? Alan, I have a post. If you just go to my channel, there's going to be like a members only section or member only posts. And in there, you'll actually see some information about, like, if you just scroll back, there's a couple posts back that says to join the channel, email me this specific information. And then I'll send you a link across and I'll get you in the Discord, get you locked in. A couple days ago, I have like a 4-hour live stream that's basically private now. I just put all the timestamps in there, and you can go from like how to get started with, using Convex, Clerk, Stripe, building and everything like that. And we go through adding the keys step by step and everything. So it's a really great long live stream style. You can kind of see how my style is. And I'm planning to make an edited version that's much shorter if you don't want to sit through that. So what's platform stack have you used? Ray Transcribes. I've seen that you use Convex. Claude Code picks it up nicely. Dude, Convex is so baller, bro. It's my favorite stack right now. I use so Next.js, and I use Clerk for authentication. I use Convex for the database. And then as far as like, I'm transitioning from it being deployed on Cloudflare over to back to Vercel. On Cloudflare, I'm doing a lot of cool stuff with WebAssembly, and I'm doing a lot of client side and server side work. And so I need some work that be done on both places and do some really funny stuff. More on that later. But basically, my stack for like, as far as like technology, yeah, like Convex for the database. So the way I'm treating Convex is because a huge advantage of Convex is I don't have to deal with SQL statements and stuff. Everything is written in TypeScript. So everything is described in TypeScript. I don't know if you know, all these AI agents and everything AI related is so good with TypeScript. Convex also has AI rules, so I just feed it the rules every so often. And the convention with Convex is the fact that your front end just sits there as kind of like a skeleton. And the data in the back end is really the one that's kind of setting all the state. So as data comes into your back end, your front end is just listening. So you can have like 5 websites open, you can have a phone open. And then if you're just looking at the phone, it's just going to update to whatever's happening because it just sets up a WebSocket. I don't have to write any WebSocket code. I don't have to write any TRPC nonsense to keep track of objects and relational management. Everything's in TypeScript from the front end to the back end. And they have really great DX support. Really love it. I've been going with Clerk for authentication since the very beginning, since I've discovered them, because it's literally the easiest thing to set up. And to configure more things, I just go into their dashboard and just toggle different options. Like, oh, okay, I want, instead of Google authentication, now I want Discord authentication. I just toggle it out. I don't have to put more code in my code base, which is really nice, right? If I want to enable like billing and these other features, more toggles and things. So like, it's really, really nice first class experience, and I really like it. So that's kind of the gist of what's happening there. I've been using Quen Thinking to build my PRD files. Yeah, Ray just sent a token card. Convex rules. So yeah, Convex AI rules. Let me just show these to you real quick. So we can kind of find that get maxed. So over here, we can basically just go to Google and say Convex AI rules. And then I'm going to put that also, I have in the chat. Let's see, I'm going to put this in here because I do have a live stream chat in my Discord now. Whoa, okay. I almost deleted it. It's a live, I think it's in the live stream hangout. I'm going to tag you, get max. And I put this link in there, and this is for the AI code generation. So in here, they have AI rules. So if you're using Cursor, Windsurf, GitHub Copilot, you can get these rules in here. So I basically just put the Cursor rules because I'm using Cursor in my .cursor rules file. And then I just add the file every so often. So that way I can basically, work with it. And so one of the, I don't know how you know. Okay, so these developers who have made Convex are super duper cracked. And the reason why they're cracked is because they used to work at Dropbox. So they scaled it up to like trillions of terabytes of data, petabytes of data. And they wrote a lot of these different engines. So like they're database, like uber nerds. And the way, like, I don't know, there's just so much abstraction that they basically take care of the tooling, right? They figure out the transactional layer, like the way at a bank level, right? So if you have all these tasks that have to execute all at once and one fails, you have to write code typically to undo that transaction. Where in Convex, you just call a function and you say, I want to do this type of mutation and do these types of steps. And if that fails, they're handling under the hood. They just send back a failure to you and they roll back those changes. So you don't have to worry about anything. You just know like, okay, this failed. I have to handle my error. So it's just kind of like the way that you think about the code and the abstraction. I was like, oh, cool, I'll let them handle that. They're experts at that. I just have to worry about, is my data coming in? How am I hooking it up to my front end? And how is my AI going to even see it and test it and deal with it is like the way I go. This is just my preferred stack. I love them so much. I'm actually wanting to do a partnership with them because I think they're just too damn good. They're so good. I mean, them and like Clerk, I just love them so much. Yeah, definitely worth checking out if you haven't done so. Also, check out their plans. Let's see, Convex.dev. If you go to pricing, super duper competitive. So there's a free plan. You have 20 projects. I know people do Supabase. I think you get like one project. You can do 6 developers. You can have 6 developers on your team working on this one plan, right? For free, right? So fire. You get like everything. The only thing you don't get are some of these things that you may not even need just for your MVP. You get the chef tokens is if you're doing their AI builder, which they have. Function calls, way more than enough. All this stuff is way more than enough, especially for an MVP. But even if you get the pro plan, it's just like $25 a month. You can have more developers and more projects. You really don't really need that much. Works with all the language libraries. I think it also has like a iOS aspect to SDK, but I think the SDK for iOS is in beta. But yeah, basically this is probably going to be your go-to thing. Another thing that they have is this thing called components. So the components are really cool. So this is kind of where it starts to get really, really cool after this. So kind of similar to Python, how you have packages that you install, like whenever you're dealing with like fast API, you can install like a package and then kind of link it back in as a framework. So these packages are like called components in their database, installed in the database. Once you set them up, what's cool about it is that you don't have to rewrite the code to send emails using resend. You just do the npm install and then configure it into your database by like using this getting started. So you basically have to, once you install it into your repo with Convex, you just tell it that, hey, define the app. It's called resend because I already have it installed and you're importing it from the config. And then in your config file, now that it's already set up, you just make a new file for your backend here. You say, I want to send an email. And you just say, send the email. And I don't know if you know about this. Whenever you're sending emails, you have to write code so that you don't send like 2 to 3 emails at once, especially if there's a failure, because then they'll start to mark you as spam. And so that's a big problem. So now you have to write more code to deal with these things. And so part of what's great about having a component like this that somebody already wrote and is already vetted is the fact that, they handle all that stuff as part of the component. So like you get this stuff that's already built in. So sweet. So you don't have to deal with like that, sending too many emails at once. And then what's nice about it is like people who make the components can't see your data because all of that is isolated anyways. So whenever you have these components that are running, the data goes through these little isolated sandbox and it stays within your own environment. It doesn't go out to any other part of the world. I mean, I can go on and on, but yeah, like this is just... So yeah, they talk about data retention as well. So yeah, they're talking about the whole thing. And all of this is well documented on their website, which is great. Part of the other reason why I want to do Convex is because of the AI agent stuff that I want to do in the future. So when I get the transcripts that come in with Ray Transcribes, I'm going to be running some agentic type of tool calling for script writing, for analyzing and writing hooks to understand all these different types of things that I want to do in the future. So that's going to be, they have cron jobs as well, which is really awesome, built in. Like there's so much stuff worked in. You have like on the database side, you also have RAG that's built in too. So if you need to do RAG stuff, you can do that. The other integrations they have is Twilio SMS, all just through installing it. Like you just add subscriptions, just install Polar And then now you have subscriptions with Polar. So I'm going to try this one out too, because this one looks pretty cool with Polar, because this is actually how I'm going to set up my communities using Polar. And then they also have some other stuff. I think they have like the text streaming. So you can actually stream text to the Convex backend, and on the front end, you can have like 5 windows open and you can get the response back, and it's going to stream to all of them, which is so cool from the database, right? Because it sets up the webhook. Yeah, there's so much more. Rate limiting that's built in as well on the database side. Fire, bro. Yeah, I know it sounds like an ad. Dear Convex, sponsor Ray. Here's why I sub. Question curious. How has your dependency on RepoPrompt evolved, especially re Claude Code usage? So right now I've spent a lot more time in Claude Code, and it's been sufficient enough for me. But one of the things I'm experimenting with is the Claude Code with RepoPrompt MCP usage because of its delegation features. The fact is that like right now I'm paying $200 a month, and I've been able to get a lot of stuff done. And what's happened kind of right now is the fact that Subagents has just released from Claude Code. So that has basically got me sticking to Claude Code and thinking about, okay, how can I delegate like my design task to Subagents? And then I'm just adding Subagents as I go. I'm not trying to YOLO Subagents because I don't really want to burn that many tokens anyways. I want to keep my design iterations, my AI iterations in a tight loop as much as possible. So that way I can still kind of keep it in my head and then get the code out and make sure I can still review it, right? Sometimes it generates too much code and it's just hard for me to review, or it just takes a long time to review. I'm sometimes embrace the vibes and just roll with it and just do user testing, as a second step. But theoretically, as an engineer, that part of me is kind of dying inside. And that's why we have a problem. And we are AI Anonymous. You're not alone in this. It's a safe space for AI developers to share struggles, find support, and reclaim control over their relationship. Please join the waitlist. It will be coming soon at AIAnon.dev. The problem we don't talk about. As AI developers, we're building the future, but sometimes we lose ourselves in the process. The pressure, the ethical dilemma, the constant learning, the fear of being replaced by our own creations. It's okay to admit when it comes overwhelming. Burnout and overwhelm, constantly keeping up with AI advances, working long hours and feeling like you're never doing enough. Ethical conflicts, wrestling with the implications of your work and feeling conflicted about the technology you're creating. Isolation and imposter syndrome, feeling alone in your struggles and questioning whether you belong in this rapidly evolving field. How AI Anonymous works. Inspired by the proven 12-step program, we've adapted for unique challenges of the AI development. We provide a safe space, judgment-free environment where you can share openly. Even if you have billions of tokens of usage, we think you're misunderstood. This is a safe place for you. Ray Fernando, 1337. I'm out, y'all.